Good day, everyone. And today we will be presenting our case study on the milk tea craze and consumer behavior in the Philippines. So, in this report, we will connect microeconomic concepts such as demand, utility, and consumer choice to the growing popularity of milk tea among Filipino students. So, before we go, here is the overview of the case study. So, milk tea has become a favorite among Filipino youth. Demand continues to rise despite being a non-essential product influenced by affordability, taste, and social media trends. So, ang milk tea is na part na siya sa the students' everyday lives. So, even if it's not necessity, we explore why this happens and how microeconomic factors like demand, non-price influences, and consumer choice play a big role. Here is the short introduction. So, milk tea has gained popularity among Filipino students because of its flavor, cost effectiveness, and impact from social media. Even though it is not a necessity, many people incorporate it into their everyday habits, so allocating a considerable portion of their budget to it. So the milk tea market in the Philippines estimated at approximately US 308 million in 2023. So it is experiencing swift growth. Elements like brand image, ingredients quality, and personalization choice that influence consumer preferences. So these illustrates how lifestyle trends and social pressures can transform a basic want into a perceived need, highlighting essential microeconomic ideas such as utility, demand, and consumer preferences.
So our objective is to analyze the consumer behavior of Filipino students toward milk tea consumption by applying key microeconomic concepts such as demand, utility, consumer choice, and substitutions. Here are the guide questions on Part A demand. Number 1. Why do students continue to demand milk tea, even if it is not a necessity? 2. What non-price factors influence milk tea consumption? 3. Draw a demand curve to show what happens when the price of milk tea increases. Part B. Consumer choices. 1. How does the concept of utility explain why students are willing to spend on milk tea? 2. If you have 100 as a daily allowance, what trade-offs would you face between milk tea and other expenses like food or transportation? Part C. Critical thinking. 1. If milk tea prices rise further, what possible substitutes might students choose? 2. How does social media affect students' consumption of milk tea? 3. Do you think the milk tea craze will last for many years, or will it eventually decline? Explain briefly. So for part A is the demand.
So, part A, demand. So, number one is why do students continue to demand milk tea even if it's not a necessity? So, students continue to buy milk tea because it provides satisfaction or what we call utility. Even if it's not a basic need, the pleasure they get from drinking it taste, refreshment, and the social experience make them continue purchasing it regularly. So, number two is what non-price factors influence milk tea consumption? So, non-price factors influencing milk tea consumption can be categorized into product attributes, social influences, personal and psychological factors, and convenience accessibility.
So number 3, draw a demand curve to show what happens when the price of milk tea increases. So as we can see, the table, which is the law of demand, ang iyang quantity is naka-point siya sa 70 while the price is nitaas siya to 120. So this simple graph demand decreasing as price increases. So ang graph is ni-show siya nga if ang milk tin increase, so ang quantity pod is need ang quantity demanded is ni decrease, showing the law of demand. However, because of the strong brand or loyalty and trends, demand doesn't fall sharply. So, part B, consumer choices. So, utility is equal to satisfaction from consumption. So, ang utility is mo natong feedback sa atong mga gipangbuhat nga gakalipay ta, which is the satisfaction sa atong gipanggamit. So the first question, how does the concept of utility explain why students are willing to spend on milk tea? So the answer is when the utility explain why students spend part of their allowance on milk tea, well, it gives them a satisfaction and emotional comfort. So even with limited income, students allocate money for milk tea because the happiness or utility they get is dili gid mapantayan. So ang nakahatag siya og kuan sa tuwa ka ng kalipay, tapos at the same time is murag na feel nato nga kani ganan kay ko ani nga mas spend nako. So before we proceed to part C, here is a short explanation. So trade-off is means that choosing higher satisfaction over necessity. So ato siyang kanang gi-priority na to ang atong wants kisa sa atong needs. So mo na siya ang meaning mura gibaylo na to ang atong kanang atong necessity sa higher satisfaction.
So this is then part B, number 2 question. If you have 100 pesos as a daily allowance, what trade-offs will you face between milk tea and other expenses like food or transportation? So the answer is, as a group of students, we will choose to trade off milk tea for more important expenses such as our transportation to school, because if the price of milk tea continues to increase, we will likely look for cheaper options to satisfy our cravings. So we might choose iced coffee or mga fruit juice or even homemade drinks that are more affordable but still enjoyable. So we may also start bringing our own drinks from home to save money, so we can still enjoy something refreshing without spending too much on expensive milk. Part C, the critical thinking. So here's the first question of part C. If milk tea prices rise further, what possible substitute might students choose? So our answer is, we might choose more affordable substitute like iced coffee, fruit juice, or homemade drinks. Because if we only have 100 pesos as our daily allowance, we need to make wise choices on how to spend it. So kanang buying milk tea might be fun, but it can take away money needed for more important things like food or transportation. So kanang as a students, it's better to trade off milk tea for essential expense that help us get to school and stay energized throughout the day. It teaches us to prioritize our needs first before spending on one?
For question number 2, how does social media affect students' consumption of milk tea? So we are often influenced by social media because we see many posts, advertisements, and influencers promoting different milk tea brands. So ang social media daw kuno is grabe kayo yung effect sa ato mga estudyante or sa mga estudyante nga magpalit or magkuan og milk tea kay tungod sa social media kay ganahan ba yata og mga trends, mga pauso for cloud. So ma-curious kita mga estudyante, so ma-influence kita sa ila ha kay ilang ginapakita sa Facebook kay tsada kayo ang mga milk tea and all. So question number 3, do you think milk tea craze will last for many years or will it eventually decline? Explain briefly. We think the milk tea craze might eventually decline as new drink trends appear and people's preferences change. However, it is still remain popular among some students because it has already become part of our lifestyle and social habits. So, ang naa sa atong hunahuna mga tao nga mawala jud dito ang milk tea or ang trend sa milk tea. But dili nato siya maingon nga mawala jud siya kay nahimo naman nato siyang habit and like nahimo siyang part sa atong lifestyle and also lisod lisod kaayo siya buy-an para sa ato nga naanad na og gamit or inom sa kuan parehas sa iya ba nga lisod buy-an. Yeah. Bitaw kaning lisod jud siya kuanon but dili ta mo kaingon nga mawala siya dito kay lagi akong ingon nahimo na siyang part sa atong lifestyle and sa social nato nga mga habits. So in conclusion, milk tea shows how microeconomic concepts affect real-life behavior, demand driven by utility, influence of non-price factors, trade-offs and substitutes, and demonstrates how lifestyle and economics are closely linked. Thank you.